Welcome to Healing, Hope, and Health. Our first two guests represent a wonderful partnership of wellness professionals who have combined their knowledge, skills, and expertise to offer 2 3-week programs at the Hagerstown Community Life Center this summer. This partnership, known as the Natural Solutions Group and Consortium, is committed to nurturing optimal health and wellness through education and the promotion of healthy lifestyles and life choices. It is my pleasure to introduce Patty Stepler, a former teacher who is now a life coach with Proctor Gallagher Institute, and Damon Albert, who along with his wife owns South Point Fitness Center. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Good. Well, Patty, let's start with you. Maybe you could just tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are. You started out as a school teacher, and now you're doing this incredible life coaching and focusing with children too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I always was interested in personal development, and I always knew there was, something more that we could do, and our potential was basically untapped inside of us. And so I always had a knowledge and studied different material. And then it was towards the end of my teaching career, I started to realize the difference between my children that I had very positive attitude with and helped them to grow and expand and to believe that they could do what they wanted to do, and some of the children that I taught which struggled with that. And I had the opportunity to work with kids at school to try to expand their potential, and I realized how important and what a difference it was making. And about that time I was able to retire, and I just gotten involved with the Proctor Gallagher Institute and just started my certification process, and realized that the passion within me was to not only help adults to achieve more, but to develop a program for children where they could learn and expand their knowledge and realize that their mind is, pretty much untapped, and that they do, have the ability to do whatever they want to do if they want it badly enough.
Right, and you have this positive power, mind power can create anything, and you've actually combined that with your interest in music, isn't that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Tell us just a little bit about that.
I taught music, and music is so powerful anyway, and you can think of the song like the alphabet song. Children learn through music, and there's all kinds of skills that children can actually learn through the use of words in music.
That's great.
And with the music and the rhythm and so on. And so my husband is also a musician, so he's much more interested in composing than I am. And so I wrote the lyrics to about 15 songs, and he wrote the music that will help to embed those thoughts into children's minds.
That's great. Damon, how about you? You're a fitness owner right now of the
Yes,
South
ma'am.
Point Fitness Center, and you've had an interesting history. Tell us a little bit about how you've gotten to where you are right now.
My wife and I have actually spent the last 20 years between Frederick County and Washington County. We pastored several local congregations, one in Frederick also. And one of the things we always did was we worked to develop programs that benefited the community. The food and clothing programs was the Family Care Center downtown, and a similar program in Frederick. We've worked with a lot of young people, a lot of youth, creating recreation programs and things like that. What we're doing with the South Point Fitness Club really, we feel, is just kind of an extension of what kind of our life goal is just to help empower and educate people. Specifically, as a pastor, you deal with a lot of different family issues, emotional issues, structure issues and things like that, obviously the spiritual end of things. But we always saw a real big need as far as, physical fitness, and in our community, a lot of the families and a lot of the people that are coming in and out are wrestling and struggling with different health issues. Some of it's just areas where you need nutritional counseling and some direction and learning how to eat a little bit better. A lot of the things that happen to the body, a lot of basic sicknesses and some diseases really can be cured by proper nutrition and diet. The body's an amazing thing,
and exercise, right?
Yeah. And the body's amazing because it really does have the ability to heal a lot of the issues that you could have just with proper exercise and nutrition.
And combine that with Patty's the mind of positive thinking.
Right.
And it's really a great connection there.
Absolutely.
I know what we're going to. You have a third partner who will be joining you, Jennifer Silbert, in the program program that you offer later in the summer. And we'll talk more about that when we come back from this short commercial break.
Okay.
I'm the hometown favorite.
I'll outsmart you.
I will beat you.
I'll be surrounded by fans cheering me on.
There's no place like home for fighting cancer.
My turf.
My time.
My team.
Expert care, close to home. The John R. Marsh Cancer Center at Meritus Health.
Hi, I am Dr. Olenzak at the Pain and Spine Institute. I specialize in the most advanced procedures and technology available in pain management. At your visits and procedures, you will always see me for continuity of care. I would like to thank all of my patients for allowing me to provide you with the specialized care that you need. To give you this level of care requires a team. This is your team at the Pain and Spine Institute. To become a patient, call 301-739-7900 or go to painfree-md.com.
Welcome back to Healing, Hope, and Health. We're here today with Patty Stepler and Damon Albert, who are here talking with us about a program they're going to offer at the Hagerstown Community Life Center this summer. So we were talking before our break a little bit about each of your background. Can you just tell us a little bit about Jennifer Silbert, your partner who will be working with you in the program?
Yes, Jennifer does essential oils, and her background is basically she was having some health issues as well as I believe one of her sons, maybe both of her sons, and so she discovered that there was some natural healing in oils that enabled her to start feeling better. And she became so excited about that as to how she could help other people with natural solutions because, you know, I'm a firm believer that everything we need is already here and that it's a matter of discovering some of those things.
That's great. So just maybe, Damon, you could tell us, how did you and your colleagues decide to get together and offer this program, and what is the mission of Natural Solutions Group?
I think all of us, you know, we're together in some other groups as well, and I think all of us have really, not only do we believe in the services and the products that we offer, but all of them have that kind of natural connection too. You know, I know Patty and I both, you know, it's kind of the old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, one thing on your body and physically and mentally as well, you know, I really thought that, you know, one of the things we were discussing was just being able to combine our services and our information and the knowledge that we have and be able to have probably a greater impact than working individually.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat because you all have this emphasis on natural wholeness and wellness, but you also have an incredible commitment to the community and to strengthen the community. So that's such a good synergy there. Patty, maybe you could tell us a little bit about the program that's coming up in July. I think it is the 10th, 17th, and 21st for kids. It's called Empowering Families, Mind, Body, and Spirit. It's my understanding that the program is going to cover a couple different topics. And what specifically will you cover in your portion?
Right, so each week it's one of us being there and kind of sharing our knowledge. The week that I'll be working is with Empowering the Mind, and that would be the second week of each session. And with the children, I want them to realize that they have so much potential and, you know, goal setting. You know, I see so many young people today that seem like they have no direction. In fact, there was just a study I read not too long ago about, you know, a lot of the children coming back and living at home after they go to college because they really have no focus. And that's really sad. And I think part of it is we're just in such a fast-paced world that we somehow lose that ability to, you know, understand ourselves. And so it's really a matter of, you know, becoming aware of who we are and what we really want, and then putting it into action.
So will you be doing games and programs along with the kids? Will you be using
I'll be
your music?
telling some stories and using some of the songs, yes, and finding some activities for the children to do that will maybe start to give them the ability to think for themselves and unlock their minds.
That's great. And how about you, David? What will your specific, you're the third week, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
will this third week?
On the third week, I think what we're going to do is we're going to give them kind of a variety of things. We'll probably do some stretches with them and some cardio. Try to put, one of the things I do when I'm working with kids, we try to put the fun in fitness. We may do a little bit of self-defense and maybe even a little bit of mixed martial arts demos and things like that. So just try to get the whole family involved in fitness, make it fun, introduce kids to it particularly.
And what is the age range you're targeting for this first program? Is it 5 to 10 years of age?
5 to 10 is fine. I know at South Point we have classes for everyone from 4 to 6 all the way up to seniors. We have
Okay.
a member who's 99. So
Yeah.
for me, at least for the third session, I mean, teenagers, young
Okay.
people, whole families, I'm open to pretty much anybody who
Okay.
wants to come.
Yeah, same with my program.
Okay, perfect.
Pretty much, any age group.
And if children come, do they need to bring an adult with them?
I think that'd be great because
Okay.
the
Yeah.
adults need to learn the information too.
Absolutely.
And I think maybe if they have that experience together, it gives them an opportunity to discuss it at home, and parents
Right,
can support them
exactly.
with both the physical wellness and the positive power of the mind too. Let's see. The second series is going to be focusing on senior well-being, and will cover similar topics. Do you have? Will you be doing martial arts when you have your seniors?
Actually, in the seniors, it'll be a little bit different. And again, I made the comment about if you don't use it, you lose it. This is crucial for seniors. So what we're probably going to do is we have special classes at South Point Fitness that are geared towards seniors. So I'll probably have some of my instructors that work with the seniors there as well. We'll probably do some senior yoga. We're getting ready to launch a new program. It was just talked about in the Washington Post, and it's called Rock Steady Boxing. And this particular program actually helps restore some muscle memory in Parkinson's stage 1 patients. So that's something that we're excited. We'll probably talk about that a little bit, and some of the other activities and things that we have geared specifically towards seniors.
That'd be
So
great.
it'll be good.
Okay. And Patty, how about you? What will you be doing with the seniors?
Well, I think I'll continue with, the expanding of the mind. Sometimes when people are at that age in their life, they think that it's just time to relax and just go on. And, sometimes they lose that drive to really accomplish anything. And yet you look at a person like Colonel Sanders, who got started later in his life, and there's still productive things people can do.
They can still make a difference.
Absolutely. And sometimes, after you've finished your job and you've retired, maybe that's the time you can really go after your passion.
That's great.
And make
Well,
a
thank you
difference.
both so much for being here.
Thank
I
you.
really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much.
I'm so grateful to Patty and Damon, who along with their colleague Jennifer Silbert, have stepped forward to share their talents, knowledge, and skills at the Community Life Center in Hagerstown this summer. If you are the parent or grandparent of an elementary school student who might be interested in attending a fun series of classes geared to physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, give me a call at 301-791-6360. Children who attend all 3 sessions will be eligible to win a family bowling pass good for 2 games for 4 people. Hope to see you on July 13th, 20th, and 27th. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the short commercial break.
People don't realize it takes a lot to care for a family member in your home. John's dad was very headstrong, so I think that was a lot for him to get over and try to come to terms with that he had terminal illness. I would recommend everybody to get hospice involved at the get-go. When you first learn about it, get it set up, it's going to make it, it's terrible what you're going through already, but it's going to make it easier for you in the long run because we couldn't have done it without them.
Call Hospice today. Hospice of Washington County, when time matters most.
From the smallest item of jewelry to the largest ceramic elephant, every 10,000 Villages handcrafted product makes a remarkable journey.
All over the world, our products travel similar paths, over thousands of miles and years of artistic tradition. Our handcrafted gifts represent work that builds villages and sustains souls. They are the dream of a better life made real. Every product is a miracle.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're still with us. It is my pleasure to welcome Mary Rizzer and her daughter Parker to today's episode of Healing, Hope, and Health. Mary and Parker are both involved with the wonderful organization Girls on the Run. This organization, which creatively integrates running into its fun, experience-based curriculum, inspires girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident. It also promotes teamwork and encourages girls to care about the other members of their team, their communities, and their world. Mary and Parker joined us today to talk about the Girls on the Run team from Paramount Elementary, which has partnered with Hospice of Washington County to collect toys for Camp Hope and Cope, the bereavement camp for children 6 to 13 who have lost a significant life loss. Mary, welcome. Parker, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Bernadette.
I was wondering, Mary, if we could start with you. You're a coach with Girls on the Run. Can you tell our little viewers about how long you've been coaching and what inspired you to get involved?
Absolutely. I've been coaching the Paramount Elementary Girls on the Run team for 3 years, which is actually 5 seasons of running.
Because they do it spring and fall?
Exactly. Every fall and spring, the girls can join. 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders can join and participate in the team. So it's been 5 seasons that I've been able to run and coach. And a large part of what inspired me to be a part of Girls on the Run is actually my daughter, Parker. When she was in the 2nd grade, I learned about the program and loved everything that I learned about it and knew it was something I wanted to be a part of as a coach and as a volunteer. And I knew it would be something that Parker would enjoy and gain a lot from.
Parker, how many members are on your team?
This season there were 17?
17.
Yeah.
17. And does it change? Do the same girls do it each season, or do you mix it up a little bit?
We don't really decide who comes and who doesn't. They just sign up, and that's just how it goes.
Okay. And had you been a runner before you started Girls on the Run?
Not really. My mom was, but I wasn't.
And what's the furthest distance you've run now?
You've done several 5Ks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just a little over 3 miles. That's terrific. That's exciting. Mary, Girls on the Run emphasizes helping others as a way to get girls to connect with their inner strength. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the project that you've done with Kathy Campbell, Hospice of Washington County's bereavement manager.
Absolutely. At the end of every season, the girls are not only preparing to complete their 5K, but they're also preparing to support an organization or a cause. So at the end of each season, they vote. They decide what they want to work with and what they want to support. And this year, the cause was the Hospice Hope and Cope camp.
Right.
And we learned about it through another one of the coaches on the team. So the girls were very excited about it, very interested in it. It was something they wanted to do. We met with Kathy Campbell. She actually graciously came to our school and met with the girls and talked to them about the program and the camp and the children at the camp and how each child is given a stuffed animal at the point of coming to the camp for support and comfort and to soothe them. And all of the girls asked several questions of Kathy that day and were very engaged. So as soon as Kathy left, we started preparing flyers and posters and started promoting it through the school. And Parker, as well as her friend Camden, who's also on the team, they actually did an announcement at the school, one of the morning announcements, and shared the information with the whole class. And we sent flyers home with all of the students in the school so the community could support it and bring in stuffed animals.
Yeah. Parker, how many stuffed animals do you guess that you collected? Can you give me just a rough estimate?
We actually collected 235 stuffed animals.
So you counted them all?
Uh-huh.
Oh, did you have a favorite animal that you collected that you liked? Or were they all terrific?
They were all terrific. I had a few favorites, and I really liked them. There's one that we brought in today that was really fluffy, and it felt like my cat's.
Oh, so that has to be a favorite then, right?
Yeah.
Mary, volunteers often say they receive more than they give. What do you receive from working with the Girls on the Run program, and in particular helping them to help the hospice organization?
Absolutely, that is so true. It really is. It's so rewarding, and I love it. I love the program. I miss it when it ends. It really is rewarding, and just to see the girls, the look of accomplishment and pride when they finish a run or they accomplish something or they work as a team for something like the community impact projects and how they feel afterward. It really is rewarding. And I leave work twice a week and know that for the next hour and a half or 2 hours, it's going to be nothing but fun and smiles and giggles and hugs and running. And it's wonderful. It
That's
really is.
great.
I encourage anybody that can coach or volunteer to look into.
And Parker, would you encourage every girl to run too?
Yes, I would.
It's been a lot of fun, I bet.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you both for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm grateful to both Parker and her mother for being on today's program, but even more grateful to Parker and her teammates for caring enough about others to want to make a difference. It's important to remember that we are never too young or too old to be of service to others, and in helping others find what we need, we also find our own inner strength. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Barbers Carson Jewelers has been your community jeweler for over 110 years. We have the region's largest selection of diamonds, designer jewelry, including bridal, gold, and silver fashion jewelry, and fine Swiss timepieces. We strive to combine quality, expert personal attention, and affordable financing to create an exceptional shopping experience aimed at exceeding your expectations. At Carson's Jewelers, there's something for everyone that will bring a smile to that someone special in your life.
I'm the hometown favorite.
I'll outsmart you.
I will beat you.
I'll be surrounded by fans cheering me on.
There's no place like home for fighting cancer.
My turf.
My time.
My team.
Expert care. Close to home. The John R. Marsh Cancer Center at Meritus Health. From the smallest item of jewelry to the largest ceramic elephant, every 10,000 Villages handcrafted product makes a remarkable journey.
All over the world, our products travel similar paths, over thousands of miles and years of artistic tradition. Our handcrafted gifts represent work that builds villages and sustains souls. They are the dream of a better life made real. Every product is a miracle.
People don't realize it takes a lot to care for a family member in your home. John's dad was very headstrong, so I think that was a lot for him to get over and try to come to terms with that he had terminal illness. I would recommend to everybody to get hospice involved at the get-go. When you first learn about it, get it set up. It's going to make it, I mean, it's terrible what you're going through already, but it's going to make it easier for you in the long run because we couldn't have done it without them.
Call Hospice today. Hospice of Washington County, when time matters most.
Hi there. Welcome back to Healing, Hope, and Health. It's now my pleasure to once again welcome Karen Giffen, Hospice of Washington County Senior Director of Development, Community, and Public Relations. On November 12, 2013, at the annual Gift of Hospice event, Neil Glessner paid tribute to his mother, Doris Doey Glessner, and also announced that he and his wife, Mary, would co-chair a capital campaign to build a hospice house in Washington County named after his mother. 2 years and 7 months later has passed since Neil made that announcement. Karen joins us today to give us an update on this incredibly important project and to share some exciting news and important upcoming dates. Karen, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Bernadette. I appreciate it.
Sure. Well, tell us your exciting news. What's the big date?
There's many exciting things going on right now, but first, we have signed the contract with our general contractors, Breck, Mill, and Hellman, which means the building is going to be built. Washington County is going to have the first hospice house.
That's terrific.
And it's the right thing to do for our residents.
That's great.
The second exciting news is we've unveiled the project sign. And if you go out off of Yale Drive, you will see our sign behind the hospital, and it says Future Home Adoey's House.
So if you go past Eastern Elementary on your way to the hospital, you'll see it right there.
That's correct.
Okay.
Also, it will be along a street called Caring Pathway Lane, and we were able to name the street for Doey's house. Now, the next exciting news happening is we will be breaking ground for Doey's house on July 7th. And this happens to be in honor of Doris Glessner's birthday.
Oh, that's terrific.
So we're very excited about that. The project has come along. It's really happening. The dream of a hospice house for Washington County and its residents is becoming a reality.
And I know a lot of fundraising and development has to go into that. Can you tell us a little bit about what has transpired since Neil made that first announcement and where we are today?
Sure. And Neil's vision really is what sparked this. And then we have a number of people, including hospice as a whole, our staff, our board of directors, and we have a leadership team. And they are out there and they are really helping to raise funds for this hospice house because, as you know, any facility, anything that we need, it does cost money.
Right, right.
So our capital campaign is $5 million. We are currently at $3.3 million.
Wow.
Which means we still need to raise $1.7 million, and we would like to raise that by ribbon cutting.
Okay. And that is, do we have a date, proposed date for the ribbon
Well, that
cutting?
will be spring, I'm going to say, of 2017 with
Okay.
construction and everything. I don't think we have a specific date, but we will be opening the house by spring of 2017. And over 2,000 donors have donated to
And I was just going to
Doey's
say,
house.
you have had a lot of in-kind donations, a lot of financial donations. I know our local delegation worked to get some bill bonds.
Yes.
Tell us all what has gone into that.
Sure. Well, first of all, Neil and his wife Mary co-chair the leadership campaign, and we have a number of people working on that, and they have gone out to get private donations from foundations. The state of Maryland has given $350,000 in bond bills to the project. We want to thank our state delegation for that. And people have given anywhere from $10 on up to $500,000 donations. Wow. And every single penny helps.
Right.
And people can give in a number of different ways. And we also have naming rights, anywhere from the paver that you see here, and that's $250 on up to $1 million.
And the paver would have Doey's house here, but then it would have their name?
It would actually just have whatever they decide to have on it.
Oh,
this
okay.
is just a sample. So many people put it in memory of loved ones. And it is a legacy. It will be on the walkways at Doey's house forever. We also have trees, we have rooms, and different areas of the house that can be named for loved ones. And if you're doing a paver, it's $250, but you can do that through 5 years. And then also on up, and Bernadette, if there is somebody that wanted to give the $1 million, we can do that over 10 years as well.
So just in case there's somebody out there.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But really, anything that you can give is going to help this. We believe that only over 500 patients a year will be seen at Doey's house. And this is for our general inpatient hospice patients as well as respite care. And right now, they have to leave the county if they need a hospice house, if they cannot manage their pain and symptoms at home.
Yeah, it seems to me too that this is something that almost everybody would want to have their finger on this project. It is such a community-based project that supports the community that lives here, and it has been funded by such a wide swath of our community. So I do encourage everybody to get in contact with you and to figure out a way that they can be involved.
That's right, and hospice doesn't turn anyone away.
Right.
Last year we gave out $300,000 in charity care for those who didn't have the insurance or the right insurance. We have benevolence program. This is the next step for our county. And we are also raising a $5 million endowment at the Community Foundation to help with that. We know that hospice houses don't make money the first few years, and also that people are going to need help.
Right.
So again, I believe this is the right thing to do for Washington County, and hospice does as well. People are now seen at home, in nursing homes, in assisted living, a number of ways, but there are those that need help, that can't manage that. And Neil saw this vision and everyone followed, and I think this is the right thing to do for Washington County, and I think that it's needed. And right now, again, people are having to leave the county. And you know, when you have a loved one that is at the end of life, you need them as close as possible.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Karen, and sharing this exciting news. I'm sure everybody's going to be thrilled. Just one quick question. Will you be giving us a time and a date for the groundbreaking so that the public can attend?
Sure, yes. The public can attend. It will be July 7th, and we will be announcing the time next week.
Great. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Karen for being on today's show and for sharing this exciting news about the groundbreaking for Doey's house. On the evening that Neil Glessner first announced Doey's house, he shared some tidbits of wisdom passed down from his mother to her children and her grandchildren. When stressing the importance of making time for family, Dowie used to say, appointments can be rescheduled, special moments can be lost forever. I hope you will consider joining us on for the groundbreaking ceremony for Dowie's House. It will be a special moment in the history of Washington County, one you won't want to miss. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Healing, Hope, and Health.
Looking through the lens, I see you smiling there. I take a photograph.